back, you guys. Listen, we are here for the Love and Marriage DC season 2. I think it's episode 6. Am I right? I believe it's episode 6. Hold on, let me look. Let me make sure. Oh no, it's episode 7. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to change the title and the thing. It's episode 7. But listen, let's go ahead and get into some things. Hey everybody, as you guys are coming in. When we do Love and Marriage DC, it's a smaller crowd, but y'all come on in. First of all, let me give a shout out to TV One. TV One is playing, they're doing a marathon of For Your Love. I don't know how many of y'all remember For Your Love. For Your Love used to be my show. First of all, because I am a Holly Robinson Peete stan. I love her. I've been a fan of her since 21 Jump Street. I didn't really watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper that much because it just wasn't my thing. But For Your Love, she did after, like, I don't know if you got, at one point in time, she had the record for the most consecutive years on network television because she went straight from 21 Jump Street to Hanging with Mr. Cooper to For Your Love. Like, she didn't have any break. She went straight, like, 3 TV shows back to back. And so at one point in time, she had, like, the longest streak of, like, a Black woman on network television or something like that. I'm sure somebody's broken that by now. But anyway, it's a show about 3 couples in various stages of relationship. You have the dating couple, you have the newlyweds, and then you have the couple that's been married for like 7 or 8 years. And it's a really cute show, and I used to love that show, but they're running a marathon. So y'all going over there and check it out after we get off of here. They started with season 1, episode 1. I think it only ran for like 3 seasons. It didn't run, but it was Yvette Lee Bowser's. I think that was her first show. And then, of course, y'all know she went on to do Living Single and Half and Half. And did she do Girlfriends? Was that Yvette Lee Bowser? Or was it The Game? Was she Girlfriends or The Game? Anyway, she went on to do a bunch of stuff. So, moving on, y'all. Moving on. Hold on. Let me change this one here from episode 6 to episode 7, child, before I forget. I either forgot to change it. All right. Now, let's get into Love and Marriage DC, though. All right? Let's get into Love and Marriage DC. Oh, Bill is here. Hey, girl. Hey. You ready? I'm sorry. Ready. Look, I was running my mouth and I wasn't looking at the screen.
No. I started looking up Yvette Lee Bowser while you were talking to see what other shows she had done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I can't remember. I know she did Living Single.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she did The Game and Half and Half.
She did Half and Half, and it also says she worked on A Different World as well.
Yeah, she started. I think that's where she started, on A Different World, and then she branched out. Okay. But she's created a lot of young black content, like in the late 90s, 2000s. And Holly Robinson Peete, who, like I said, I'm a stan. I love Holly Robinson Peete. Yes. Even to this day, I'm a stan for her. That's how I knew they was running the marathon, because she was putting it on her social media. I love her, and so Yvette, and that's when she was pregnant with the twins when she did this show. And the twins are in their 20s now, so yeah. Anyway,
yeah, who knows? Yeah.
So anyway, let's get to Love and Marriage DC, honey.
Girl.
First of all, thank you for being here again. I know you were doing Bel Air last night, child. We got you working, honey.
Listen, I'm here for it. Come on, clock me in. I'm here for it.
What'd you think about tonight's episode? How you feel about it?
Okay, it was all right. I have some critiques, but I'm interested, and I'm here, and I'm interested to see the next episode.
I am too. I guess I feel the same way. There were some things we'll get to it. I got some questions. But Ashley has already, first of all, Ashley is one of the few on the show that live tweets. And she has already tweeted that things did not go down the way Joy said they went down at Seafood Giving.
I knew it.
And she even went further to say, now you don't want me to really tell it how it went down.
I'm sure.
So everybody in the comments are like, tell
it. Okay. Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes. I hope
So,
they do something. I hope they do something. We need to go. I want to see. I want to.
well, you know, she had a book signing yesterday.
No, I had
You
no
didn't know that?
No.
Do you follow her on Instagram?
Well, no, not on Instagram. I follow her on Twitter though.
Oh, you're not on Instagram. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this, and this is no critique, Ashley, if you watching, because I love you, girl, and you know I do. I didn't see it until earlier in the week, and I had already scheduled. I had an interview yesterday, and that's kind of why my day was running. My evening was running so tight because that's why I was late for Bel Air for the Bel Air review because I had an interview scheduled for 7.
Yeah, for the guy from Chasing Dallas.
From Chasing Dallas. Yeah, and I hadn't had a chance to watch Bel Air yet. And my plan was, I'll watch it when I get home from work.
Yeah.
Yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go. I would have if I had not already scheduled that interview, I would have gone. It was at National Harbor. Have you ever been down to the Black bookstore down at National Harbor? Mm-hmm. It was there. That's where it was. And they filmed it for the show because that was on the flyer that this will be filmed for a nationwide television show. So they filmed it. I don't know if they filmed it for this season or next season, but they filmed it for the show.
Okay.
But they did film it, and I would have gone.
Yes. I had no idea, and I was off yesterday.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she has other events. And I will go. Tracy's talking about maybe you should go to some damn events. Listen, and she's saying that because in the past I have been. What's the word I want to look for? Because I don't want to say invited. In the past, I could have gone to events that they were filming for reality shows. And I did.
Why?
Well, part of the reason is I want to be able to remain neutral and be able to say what I need to say without feeling like, I'm cool with this person, or I like this person, or that person invited me to this, or I was able to go to that. I know people that are friends with, like, I can look at the episodes and be like, they go so-and-so. They go so-and-so. I know people who are friends with some of these people.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
So, even with Ashley, I told her, when I interviewed her, I was like, I said, I'll come to a book signing. I was like, but I don't want to necessarily be, like, I went to Simone's engagement party because Simone and I we've built a friendship outside. Like I wouldn't have gone if she was still on Ready to Love and I was still reviewing Ready to Love. I wouldn't have done it. But she ain't on Ready to Love. Me and her, she comes on she's actually a contributor to my channel. We do the legal analysis and stuff like that. And so our relationship we've built a relationship in a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You hear Tracy.
I'm not dealing with Tracy. I ain't entertaining Tracy Tail.
But I understand what she's talking about. You have to keep a level of integrity for your own channel, for your own brand, and you can get entangled in. I get it.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into this episode.
Let's get into it.
10 minutes ain't said nothing.
Yeah.
But we okay. So first of all, for those who do not know, this is the Bell Perspective TV. She has been joining me on my Love and Marriage DC reviews. We'll get it. Tracy's gonna be dropping her link for you guys to subscribe to her. We are trying to get her where she needs to be, y'all.
Yes.
And she's giving us great content over on her channel, and she's been coming over here and hanging out with us and with TSF and all kinds of stuff, child.
Having a great time learning from all of the greats. So I'm here for it for sure.
She don't have to say it to everybody, just the members. Tracy, you are messy. But I have given the members tea. Because listen, I still get some of the tea now. Now, see, here's my problem, though. Let me put a pin in that. See, y'all got me talking about the other stuff. But here's my problem, and not with you, Tracy. But here's my problem. When I do bring y'all tea, then y'all be wanting to argue with me about what I know and what I don't know. Y'all should know me well enough by now to know that when I say something, I know something.
Ooh.
Y'all be questioning me and be wanting to argue with me about stuff. When I be bringing y'all the tea, y'all don't want to listen. Y'all want to argue about what you done read in the blogs and stuff. And I'm telling you what I know from the people who know it. But that's okay. let's get into this episode.
Let's get into it, child.
Get to my notes. I don't really have a lot of notes though. So
I watched it once. I didn't get a chance. To watch it again.
Good.
So
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
So we start off with the Say That Ish event. They still at the bartending school, and we really, because last week they kind of left it hanging. We didn't really get too deep into it, so we were able to get into it. So I wrote in my notes: Chanel and Urana, Chanel and Joy, Winter and the song. So
yes.
And I guess I should have wrote Urana and Winter. So we started with Urana saying, I do have a question. Why is Winter here?
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on, let's just go one by one. Urana and Winter. What are your thoughts on the Urana and Winter thing?
I feel like Urana has a legitimate issue. It's a legitimate beef with Winter. I understand why Urana would feel the way she does towards Winter. Urana was in that same breath getting on my ever-loving nerves when she kept going back and forth with Sherelle. Like, girl, shut up. Like, you've agitated this lady, and yes, it may be dumb for the reason why she's agitated, but any grown woman would understand how, like, she just needed to be quiet towards Sherelle. I get that. But Winter, that's a legitimate beef. I get that. I understand.
I'm gonna say this.
I can't stand Winter. You're right. Me neither.
Yeah, we just getting started, girl.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I feel the same way. I feel like Urana has legitimate beef with Winter, and I said the same thing. Winter, why are you here? Like, why are you here, man?
For real.
So I definitely feel it. I feel like it is a legitimate beef. Mm-hmm. As far as Urana and Sherelle are concerned, I still feel the same way I felt when it happened. Sherelle, you were looking for a moment. You took something really small and you have and listen, she did the damn thing because you've made 3 episodes out of it.
She did.
You took something, because my thing is, you didn't have a problem with nothing else they said, but shady was the word that did it for you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, girl, she called your man dishonest, all kinds of stuff, a liar,
accused you of breaking up a happy home.
Oh, yeah,
that part wasn't repeated. That part wasn't repeated yet.
No,
but girl,
I would rather you say shady than all the other words that Joy was saying. Like, that was.
And my thing is this. Here's the thing too. I know that's your husband. I get it, and you're supposed to defend your man. So I'm not mad about that. But what I am going to say is, I do think that you have to respect the fact that Joy had a different relationship with your husband. Joy had a business relationship with your husband. And if Joy feels like your husband did her wrong from a business perspective, then you can't say he didn't. You can, now, again, I get it. Defend your man. But you can't say what didn't happen, especially if it happened before you even started dating this man.
Exactly. And she wasn't even there.
What he told you.
Right. She wasn't even there to even know. Like, I'm with you. Yeah.
So we have that. And then I wrote Chanel and Joy. That really wasn't much of nothing other than the fact that Joy was like, girl, listen, any conversations that were had should have been had with me and not about me. And she said, well, Urana actually brought your name up. I didn't bring your name up. Urana did, being messy. And once again, Urana was like, I wasn't being messy.
Urana, you was
but
being
again,
messy.
I just feel like we're arguing over the same issue.
Yeah. I mean, technically, although I love Urana, she was being messy. That didn't need to go back. Yeah, she was being messy. But ultimately, the issue is with Joy and Black. And so if Sherelle had an issue, she needed to be talking to Joy and finding out how Black and Joy could reconcile. Like, that was just.
And I really would love to know how much of this was coincidental and how much of this was planned. And what I mean by that is, this is a small world. This really, I mean, I'm sure most cities, if you move in certain circles, it's a small world. Mm-hmm. But the fact that Joy, who happens to have an issue with Black, that Ashley would know Sherelle to bring her on the show, to create that friction. I wonder how much of that was happenstance as Carlos was looking for new people in the show and started realizing who knew who and who knew what, and how much of it was, oh, well, if you bring in Joy used to be in this group, and I know the manager's wife. Because remember when Sherelle came to that first event, Ashley didn't fake like they were best friends. She said, we used to be really cool. Now we see each other every once in a while, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't get the impression they was tight now.
No.
But that's good casting. Because it created a storyline for everybody.
That's true. Did you? I don't know if you saw Carlos. Do you follow Carlos on YouTube? Watch his channel at all?
Every once in a while, but he irritates me sometimes. So
yes,
only because let me say this just in case Carlos be watching. Hey, boo.
Yes, Carlos, Mr. King.
This is what I'm gonna say about this. When I say he gets on my nerves sometimes, I really want Carlos. I feel like he's oversaturating himself.
Yes.
You got the podcast. You did your YouTube channel. You have your talk show. And I get it. You are great at what you do. Carlos is the king of reality TV, especially Black reality TV. Good at what he does. But I think it's okay to not give us your opinion on everything. I just think it's okay. So that's what I mean when I say he gets on my nerves sometimes, because I'm like, it's okay to not be a part of everything. Like now he's every time there's any reality controversy, he's the first one making the video.
Right, even if it's Bravo. Yes, he's it's oversaturation is what it is. He's just everywhere, just constant. I agree, but he did an interview with Sherelle and Black, and it was a part of the way that they were talking. It made me think that this was intentional, because I think Winter brought up Sherelle's name. Ashley brought up Sherelle's name when they were in talks of like planning the show. And so there was definitely intention with bringing her on the show. It was not coincidental at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Okay, so that makes sense. Because like I said, this is a small world. That's why I know so many people that know so many people, because it really is a small world. You know, like I said, when I told my people this before, when they announced the Real Housewives of Potomac and we found out who the cast was, someone who is to this day a good friend of mine, he's good friends with Katie and with Ashley. He used to go to the bar that Michael used to own where him and Ashley met. And he knew Ashley and Michael when they were dating.
Oh, wow.
He's known it, right. He was if you go back to season 1, when Ashley had that birthday party when Michael gave her the Porsche, leased her the Porsche, he was actually at that party.
Okay.
And he's known Katie, and he was like, I don't know why Katie's doing this show. He was like, I don't know why Katie's doing this show. But he knew both of them. So I kind of had inside scoop from the beginning. Yeah.
You'll have to talk to me about that backstage. I'm very curious because there's new developments about Katie. I have questions. I got questions.
Okay. I might not have answers, but we'll talk about it. Okay. I mean, I know somebody that's really good friends with Monique. I know somebody that's friends with the Grand Dame. I know somebody that's friends with Ashley and Quick, and I have seen them in the shows. I know them, but I ain't saying we best friends. But if I wanted to be invited to some of these events, I could be invited.
Yeah.
Child, I just don't be. Anyway, moving on. Moving on.
That's fine.
But that's pretty much basically at the end of this whole situation. The agreement was, can we just be around each other without it always turning into a fight and an argument? Can we agree to that?
Yes.
I mean, they agreed to it, but that ain't gonna happen. So
yeah, we already know that this not y'all. Okay, y'all know good and damn well. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
Then we see Joy, Clifton, and Carmen. Now, who don't watch Ready to Love, Carmen was on Ready to Love with Joy and Clifton. Carmen has become really good friends with them in real life, each other social media, or really Clifton and Carmen, because Joy don't really do her social media like that. But Clifton and Carmen all over each other's social media. And Clifton said they're in business together, so I don't know if she's helping him with the beard oil or whatever. I'm. What you think about this conversation? We have one of my favorite restaurants, Carolina Kitchen. That's one of my favorite restaurants.
So I've been trying to go to that restaurant for so long, you don't even know. There's been like
Are
two
you
or three
ever
restaurants.
been
Still haven't been
there?
there,
It's pretty
girl.
good.
No,
It's not as
haven't
good
been
as
there
it
yet.
used to be, but it's good.
Yeah, it looked really good. Okay. I watch Ready to, you already know I watch Ready to Love. I can't stand Joy. And if there's anybody who I can't stand, and again, no, and I'm talking about just the person that the personality they show us on the show, like who they really are in person, probably a lovely person. But her personality on the show on Ready to Love was trash. So I cannot, I don't know. I thought that they were being messy to me personally, because how all of a sudden Joy has issue with Ashley and thinking that she's trying to be the HBIC and Ashley messy. I just felt like she just kicking up dust for no reason. I wasn't fond. I wasn't fond of it. Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. I don't know her either. I don't know her from a hole in the wall, and I don't really had no beef with her on the show. She was a villain. She was a a itch.
Yes.
That's who she was on the show. That's how she was edited and all of that.
Yes.
If I were Joy, I don't know if I would keep her in my
Keep
front.
her at arm's length. Don't let
That's
her
just
touch
my
you.
2 cents on that. Now, as far as this conversation, Joy is. Let me say this: I'm very curious as to why Joy is on this show.
Right.
Who convinced her to do the show? Because to hear her tell the story, all she want to do is sit in her love bubble. To quote Teresa Giudice, sit in her love bubble on her lake house with her man. Like, she don't want to really be around no other people. She don't really need no new friends. And so I'm really curious as to, was this Clifton's idea? How did they convince her to do the show, or is she just fronting and she really want to do the show? Like, I'm very, very curious.
Yeah. She definitely, that's a really good point that you bring up, because even the way, and again, Joy, no offense to you, right? She don't even dress like she is trying to be on nobody's TV show. She always dressed like she running to the Harris Teeter girl. Like, it's always like she running errands or picking up a packet. Like, she never looks, I don't know. Yeah.
Because she used to dress up on Ready to Love. She dressed up on Ready to Love.
Yes. She used to be dressed up on Ready to Love. I don't know what's going on now. I think maybe it's Clifton that may have convinced her, possibly. I don't know. I would be curious.
Because I tell you, and this comes from me watching. I use this comes from me following them on social media. I will follow people on social media, and usually once the season is out, unsubscribe. And what I found now is I don't even follow people on social media no more. Like, I used to follow all these people so I could keep. I just follow the blogs now. If there's anything I need to know on the blogs, I don't even follow. But I do. I do follow. I still follow Carmen and Joy from when they were in Love, and I knew they were going to be on this show when I started seeing them pop up all the time. I follow Urena, I follow Jamie, and that's because I'm cool. I'm cool with them. Like, I've talked to them, and they retweet my stuff and share my stuff up. So I follow them or whatever. I noticed late spring of last year, maybe. I noticed that I started seeing the four of them together all the time: Joy, Clifton, Urena, and Jamie. Then I would see Quick with them. I would see them at the clubs together. I would see them at events together. I would see them at dinner together. I said, they about to be on Ready to Love. I mean, on Love and Marriage. I just said it. In my mind, I was like, oh, they about to be on the show. And then, and I always saw Carmen. Then when I saw them get engaged, I said, Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I said yes.
Yep.
So I wasn't surprised. I was able to confirm it with a friend, but I wasn't surprised. Because I just saw them all over each other's social media. But again, I'm just wondering, how'd the conversation go? Because she acts like she doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, I think it's so they can get that, keep that house that they just bought. Somebody got to some somebody got to pay for it.
Listen, maybe it was for the check. Honey, maybe it was for the
you.
check. Listen, let's be clear. They ain't making that kind of money. I mean, they making money, But if Jen Shaw was only making $34,000 an episode on a Bravo show,
really?
Child.
That's it? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yep. Well, then I don't know what. Yeah, I know that's not. I know they're not making Bravo money. Then I don't know. No.
But I mean, it's still more money than I'm making. It's still more money than I'm making.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Mine too. And that's fine. Okay. But I want to go back to this. I'm gonna go back to this Carmen thing. I'm gonna say what I wanted to say, but I kept to myself. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I feel like Carmen may still be lurking around with Clifton. Personally, she ain't no friend. I'ma just say that. And I won't say nothing else. She ain't no friend.
Like I said, keep her in your front rear, not your rear view. No. Put her in your front. Keep her in front of you at all times, honey.
Right here. You right here. I got my good eye. Keep you open.
Right.
Good eye.
We found out that Clifton has to have surgery. I knew Clifton was in the hospital, but I didn't know why. So now we know why he was in the hospital. Because again, that was on his social media. So he had surgery. Well, he had in this scene, the surgery was coming up. And then Joy starts talking to Carmen about how she feels about Ashley and Alicia. She says that they're messy and that there was an event at the Tyler's house, which I guess they filmed it, but they chose not to use footage from the seafood giving. And that they were talking ish about Sherelle and her wig and things of that nature. And her thing was, well, if they talking about her like that, what do they say about me when I'm not around? Any thoughts?
I mean, I can't say if I'm looking at it at face value, that's a legitimate question. But Joy, I doubt that you weren't. I want to hear the whole conversation because I doubt that Joy was just sitting there and not saying anything. Because if she don't like Sherelle, I doubt that she was just sitting there not saying anything. But I don't know. It's a legitimate question to have if I'm looking at it at face value.
Oh, Miss Eden said Carmen gonna run back and tell Ashley everything Joy says. Ooh,
you right. You absolutely
I was trying to figure it out too. I don't know where that house is. It looks like maybe Southern Maryland. It's on the water. It's secluded. If it were like in a development, then I'd be like, I know that there are areas like down near the harbor. They built some houses down there, but they built the harbor up. That's on the water. But because that's so secluded, that's like a plot. I don't know. That looks like it's maybe Southern Maryland. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure out.
I don't think that's PG County. I don't think that's PG County, but I don't quote me on that. But I just think that's more Southern Maryland. Okay. Going down, like going towards going down Pennsylvania Avenue, straight down.
Oh, Miss Sharon said Charles County. What? I'm not familiar with that area. I can see it being
Charles County. But where's shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue what I'm looking for. Anyway, if you go straight down Pennsylvania Avenue, that area down there, going towards that way. I don't know. Yeah, I thought about Charles County. But again, because it's that plot and it's on a lake, it's not like that's a big body of water. Yeah. So I don't know. It's beautiful, but I don't know.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I don't know. I just, again, that whole conversation just seemed very unnecessary.
Yes.
Because I don't understand what has Ashley and Alicia done to you, other than the comment about you speaking to a bunch of single mothers about dating, that really has you feeling some kind of way about them.
Right. Exactly. Oh, so is that okay? I can. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But girl,
But
they
that
not
happened so long.
wrong.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, girl, they wasn't wrong.
Like, you are not a mother, and you're gonna talk to a room full of single mothers about dating. Dating is different. Now, granted,
Yes.
you don't have no control over the fact that they asked you to do it, but I can understand Ashley saying, "But girl, you're not."
Exactly. That's what I cannot stand about these girls on this show. When Ashley says something, she's actually telling the truth and saying the truth. Now, it may not come out the best, right? But it's actually the truth.
She don't have no filter.
No,
right. She don't have
no,
no filter. Whatever she thinks,
no,
it come out. But
no.
that's why I like Ashley, because a lot of people
Me
like, I don't like
too.
Ashley. I'm like, the thing I like about Ashley is that she is equal opportunity. She was, if she got an issue with Urana, she got an issue with Joy. I feel like she just gives it.
Yes.
You might not know how to take it, but I mean, hell, she talked to Quick like that. She doesn't. She don't have no cut cards.
Exactly. I'm like, it just is what it is. You know where you stand with her. It is what it is, and y'all can just chop it up an hour later. You know, she done hurt your little feelings. You tell her, y'all argue about it, and move on. Like,
yeah.
Anyway,
Listen.
But yeah, no, that okay. So then that makes sense as to why she's still kicking up. I felt like, girl, you kicking up dust that don't need to be kicked. Like, what are you doing? But
that ain't no, you kicking up dust when it ain't no dust there to kick.
No,
ain't no dust.
No,
it ain't nothing there, child.
Nothing there.
So then we have the Silvers have a family meeting. We see them sitting around with and I like the fact that they had Ashley's assistant, they had Quick's manager, and they had the kids. I really like that. It is always so funny to hear the slang. You could hear Ashley's accent when she said jury. You heard that Baltimore accent. You heard Quick's managers calling everybody Joe. That is a DC. I mean, that is so DC. Everybody's Joe.
Oh my god!
But they had the kids sign on to contracts for their chores. And I thought it was cute. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think it's cool. I'm sure they have a housekeeper that come in, but they are supposed to take care of their room. They're supposed to take care of helping wash the dishes and helping load the dishwasher. I don't think it was anything unrealistic or you know, I didn't feel no way about that.
No, me either. I thought it was really cute. I really liked it. I'm like, I might gotta take a page out their book. Hold on 1 second.
Bless you, bless you. They brought up the whole waking the boy up for school again. I already said what I had to say about that. I don't care. I don't. At this point, if the boy is not getting up for school and he's dealing with the consequence, then deal with the consequence. I'm okay with Ashley making sure he's up. I just don't. I agree with Quick that Ashley should not be his alarm clock. Now I understand her making sure that he got up and making sure that he's leaving the house on time, but you know, her being the alarm clock is where I was like, girl. But we've talked about that when I interviewed her.
We did.
You know, so I watched that. If you have something else to add, you can add it. But I think, we already talked about that.
Yeah, no, we talked about it already.
Urana has her wig launched. And listen, let me say this. Quick's daughter is his twin. Yeah. And she's a cutie too. She's a cutie. Let me say this. Urana is one of those people. I feel like Urana is going to be one of those people that is going to absolutely use social media. Use this platform to create and build. She's coming out with her wig line.
Yep.
That, you know, and I'm here. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Because Urana does wear some nice wigs. She's always changing up her look. You know, and so the wigs look cute.
They did. I'm like, Urana, do you got a website? Girl, I meant to go look it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So she brings so Joy is there, and Ashley is there to take pictures in the wigs. And they get to talking about again Winter and Sherelle. I mean, they ain't really say nothing new. I mean, you got anything to add?
No, they.
Yeah, I don't think they say anything. No, she was just talking about how she just got issues with them, and she doesn't know she's going to invite them to her launch party, because she just feels some. Oh, that's the thing we forgot too. Winter invited everybody to her romancication situation, child. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Brown, how you doing?
She also debuted her song. What did you think about the Gutter Barbie song?
I don't even think I can. Like, so you wrote a song that you used as an insult and you turned it into an anthem. I mean, that's what it is that you did.
Yes, allegedly, yes. Girl, wasting our time, girl. Go on, wasting ours and your time. Go on. But yeah,
child. Yes, but that was pretty much all that we kind of got out of that. Unless you remember something I don't remember.
No, it wasn't nothing else.
Then I wrote in my notes, field trip / scared straight to Southeast.
Yes, I was scared straight. I don't like this. Okay, wait. Part of it I didn't like, but the other part I did. Lil Jamie and Antonio are two different people. They're in two different age brackets, two different generations. Like, they not even. Jamie's son is almost 30 years old. Quick's son is a high schooler, like barely. Like, it doesn't. Two different people. But I did appreciate the information that we learned about Lil Jamie and how well he's doing. But two different generations. Why are we putting them in the same boat? I didn't understand that.
So I agree. I agree. I had positive and negative thoughts about this moment. The thing I will say is I can appreciate that Quick kept it about himself this time. He said, I don't want my son to make the mistakes I made. I don't want my son to do the things that I did. I'm glad he didn't bring up Lil Jamie. Okay, so that's number one. But what I will say is I think that Quick is dealing with the issue of I had to get it from the dirt, so I respect it. And I don't want my son to turn into a spoiled, entitled, because this is all he's ever known. He don't know what it's like he don't know what it's like to be in the hood. He is, suburb, private school.
Yes.
Get what you want. Always got a tree full of gifts. Lights don't never get cut off. And I understand that that's probably his biggest fear, is raising a child that becomes entitled and spoiled. So I get it from that perspective. I also get the connection between Lil Jamie said when he started cutting up was at 15. And Quick, if you saw when the clip that they did the little clip when they were at the gym, Quick said, I'm already starting to see some stuff that I don't like. And so I feel like he's trying to nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
Before it gets to a point. I mean, I hate to use Lil Jamie, but in that situation. So from that point of view, I can respect it. But the flip side, I feel like what they did, they could have drove through the neighborhood and then they could have went to lunch and had that same conversation. Yes. I feel like it was very, thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
He said he subscribed to the Bell Project. I feel like it was very performative to be standing in the middle of somebody's neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, that's a good point.
And I get that. I was born and raised here. I know all that Southeast DC is, okay? I know all that it is. I know parts of the city that I wasn't allowed to go hang out. If I asked my parents if I was going to if I could go to a party, first thing they asked me was where was it? Because if it was in certain parts of the city, the answer was going to be no. And I already knew the answer was going to be no, so I would lie. Okay? But So I get it from that perspective. I absolutely get it from that perspective. But and I feel like it's, you know, when you're raising black men, I'm not mad at them for trying to figure out what's gonna work.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I guess I just don't.
What I heard Lil Jamie say. Go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying I love what Lil Jamie was saying about the co-drive and working at the school. And shout out to him for working at school for kids that, you know, maybe that's what he needs. Maybe that's what he needs to be. But when he said that he, you know, it was 30 degrees and he had on his big winter coat, and he saw kids walking in there with hoodies, and it brought some clarity and some reality, you know. The fact that he's never had to worry about that. He's never had that issue, you know. But the fact that he took that feeling and went and became proactive about it, I love that. I love that he said, not only am I looking at this, I'm gonna do something about it, and I'm gonna be, you know, and I'm gonna be proactive, you know.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna say I really appreciated that moment as well, and I feel like now, I don't think he had anything to live for, because when, you know, sometimes when people start talking about unaliving themselves and things like that, they don't really have anything to live for. They don't really have anything to look forward to. But I think that him being able to work at the school, which is a great idea, whoever hired him, they did that's a great opportunity for him. So I feel like it is now, hopefully, you know, obviously I don't understand how mental health works because I'm not, you know, a therapist or anything like that, but it seems like it will give him something to live for, something to contribute to, and something to build on, you know. So that's a really good thing. Again, I guess my only concern is I don't want it to be a comparison. Like, I'm seeing the traits that Antonio, like, there's potential for him to be entitled. There's potential for him to be troublesome. I don't want him to end up to be like Lil Jamie. Like, I still don't want it to be.
I agree.
So that he don't be like you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not.
I agree. Yeah. I agree with you 100%. Let it be a moment in time and not an ongoing, everyday conversation.
That's it.
I'm okay with that. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that one.
Yeah.
Listen, we have this nothing thing with Sherelle and Black and their podcast trying to set winner up.
Winter is beautiful. I give you that.
Winter is beautiful. And I just felt like it was a forced scene. I felt like, you know, she was like, so y'all gonna be together. I was like, damn, what? Like, they literally just met. Calm down, Sherelle.
Yeah.
Leave the horse to water. These are grown folk. Let them figure it out. Like, you introduce them, you put them in a space where they can talk freely. If they want to exchange phone numbers, they will exchange phone numbers. If they want to take it further, let it develop. Maybe, you know, next week, Yusha, I believe I wrote his name down phonetically so I can say it. Remember?
Yes.
But he may reach out to Black and say, "Yo, Black, what's up with Winter? What's going on with her?" One of might call Sherelle and say, "Sherelle, I was really, you know, I'm like, what do you think? I mean, do you think he's ready to date? What's going on?" But I really feel like give him a minute. Damn.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Yusha, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think Yusha needed the minute, but I think Winter would have been fine. Like, I feel like Winter would have been fine jumping right on it. Winter gives me, and again, no disrespect to Winter at all. I think she's a beautiful woman, and very, very smart. But she gives me, okay, what's the next one? Where's the next one? When's the next one coming? You know.
And let me say this. And I'm not questioning nobody's religion. So I do not want this to come off wrong. And I know that. Okay.
Go ahead and say it though.
I know that ministers, pastors, spirit, you know, whatever. I know it comes in all shapes and sizes. One of my best friends, Abby, I definitely feel like she might be, I don't know if she here or not. definitely feel like she got a calling on her from the church, but she'll cuss you out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not judging or questioning that aspect. But what I am going to say is the Joy we were introduced to last season, the doing her prayer call and her spiritual and her prayer warrior, and that ain't this winter.
No.
And again, that doesn't mean that her spirituality isn't still there. That's not. I don't want nobody to come and be like, "Well, everybody worship them." I got that.
Yeah.
I respect. But I honestly feel like this theme was really creative for them to promote this smoothie bar that they had the logo everywhere. Because I would be curious to find out if they own that space, if that's their business.
That's probably what it is. That
was a serious product placement.
It really was.
That's all I was away from. I said, I might need to check this smoothie bar out. Where is it at?
That's what I was thinking.
That's all I walked away from.
Yes, I wasn't paying attention to nothing else but the juice. I'm like, was that beet juice? Do that taste good? Girl, I wasn't looking at paying attention to nothing else. Yeah, the logo was cute. That's all. Yeah.
That's all I saw.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we got that. But it looks like we're gonna see him next week. We're gonna see more of them. So
I agree with Xavier's comment. He says Winter seems to seek out enlightenment out of desperation than to actually be enlightened. That wasn't my comment, Miss Winter. That was Xavier's comment, but I was reading it.
So Joy is a different person, huh? From what?
Oh, we were talking about Winter. Correct. I think is how you pronounce your name.
Yeah, correct. Because she didn't work. She didn't watch Ready to Love, so she doesn't. So when you say Joy's a different person from who, we were talking about Sherelle and Winter. Yes, can we please get the likes up, please? My mom said it's 82 of y'all in here. Shout out to the 82 people in the room. Yeah. But we only got 38 likes, so can we get at least 50 likes? Can we get up to 50? 25, 25. Can I get 30?
Okay.
All right. Can we get the 50 likes, please? So then we get to this last scene. We have Uranus launch party. One of her models called out, so she didn't call Ashley. Child, look, I don't know what made you think. Y'all done already said Ashley don't get no way on time. I don't know what made you think. Ashley told you it was gonna be a problem. Yes. Oh, I said Joy by mistake. I'm sorry, Corey. No, we're talking about Winter. My bad. That's what I said. Thank you, Pacino. No. We're talking about Winter. My bad.
Yeah.
The party looked nice. The cater, the food. They showed us clips of the models and the different styles. Everything looked really nice. It did.
The wigs looked really cute. Yeah.
I'm not a wig wearer, but they look really nice. And if I were a wig wearer, I probably would pick one up the Bobby Bobbin. Okay, girl, the Bobby Bobbin.
Get me a wig real quick. I love a good wig. Yes.
Really?
Love it. Yes, girl. Love me a good wig. But no, it looked real good. Looks real good.
I was thinking you said Joy acts different on here to Ready to. No, Joy act the same to me.
Yeah, no.
I just didn't have a problem with Joy on Ready. A lot of people had a problem with Joy on Ready Love, and I just didn't. I just wasn't one of the people that had a problem.
Me, I'm one of the people who had a problem. Me, I'm a lot of the people who don't like Joy or Carmen. So Joy is here. Yes, I'm the people. And Carmen on that list too. Neither one of them I couldn't stand. So
my thing that I liked about Carmen is that Carmen stood in her ish of who she was. Yeah. Like I'm the villain. I'll be the villain. You know. Yeah. I
can respect it. No. I do. I can always respect somebody who can keep it real.
I mean, I still feel how I felt about her, but that's the one thing I will always give people credit for standing. That doesn't mean it's okay, because I don't think that just because you're like, I'm a bitch means that you could just be a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but I'm glad you know it. Yes,
right. But I can respect.
Yes.
Two main things kind of happen at the event. The first thing we see is that Uranus sits down with Sherelle. Uranus apologizes about, the language. And Sherelle brought up a good point. She was like, I don't understand why we're still having this conversation where you said you didn't mean nothing by the word shady. If somebody called Jamie shady, you would have a problem with it. Again, I still feel like we're making too much out of the word shady. I think I think the bigger issue is you have a problem with the fact that they're trying to depict your husband in a certain way. Can we get away from that one word and deal with the bigger picture
issue
that you have an issue with? Which I understand you having an issue with that as that being your husband. But y'all making a big deal over the word shady, like shady is the issue. And I'm like, but it's not.
No, it's not. But I think the reason why they're doing that, well, Sherelle specifically, because if you notice, Sherelle is the one with the bark, right? She's ready to defend. She's ready to, go toe to toe. Black just sit back and don't say nothing. Now, when he was with the guys, he defended himself and gave his side of the story. But when he's with everybody, he doesn't say much. He lets Sherelle do the thing. And the reason why I feel like that is because there's truth to it. Right. If there's truth to it, then that means he's got to try to defend it and deny it. But there actually may be some receipts that Joy may have. And if we get to denying it and Joy get a hold of it, then she gonna have receipts for it. And so I feel like it's easier to just point at shady, you calling it shady, I don't like that, than to actually deal with what really is happening. To me, hey, Miss
and I agree with you. I agree with what you just said 100%. I think if Joy were playing the reality TV game, I think Joy could absolutely bring her friend. Like if Joy were playing the reality TV game, Joy would have already filmed a scene with her former bandmate. Either a phone call, either let's sit down and go to lunch. Girl, let me tell you what's going on. Guess I've been hanging out with this new group of friends, and guess who's in the group? Sherelle, girl. Yada, yada, yada. And we would have already gotten the story. Because let me be clear, I 100% believe Joy's version of the story.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because Black hasn't disputed her version of the story. He just said, because even when he told his story at the batting cages, it's the same story.
It's the same story. Yep.
He down story. To I gave them an ultimatum. He admits I gave them an ultimatum.
Yes.
He just tried to judge it up a little bit and made it seem like that the drummer was helping out with business and helping him stuff. But you basically told the same story that Joy told.
Yep.
Now, as far as the danger, again, don't need to get that messy, but I bet you Joy could.
Yep.
I bet you Joy could.
I absolutely think Joy could. And in order to keep that lid on that pot, we're not even gonna go over there. We don't want to confront Joy. I don't have nothing to say to her if we bringing it up. The issue right now is don't tarnish my husband's name. And Arena, you got a lot to say. I feel like you're trying to tarnish my husband's name. No matter where it's coming from, I don't want to deal with that. You just need to be piped down, Arena, because I don't want to. You tarnishing my husband's name. I think that's what's going on.
Miss Behavior says, ladies, have you discussed how Ashley is talking about Sherelle behind her back? And that's why Urena said nobody likes you, nobody wanted you here. No, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, no.
We didn't talk about it because I don't know anything about it, Miss Behavior. Sorry, babe. I know that, like I said, when we first came on, I know Ashley stated that that's not how the conversation went at Seafood Giving. But I didn't know anything about Ashley talking about Sherelle behind her back, and that's why Urena said, no, I didn't know nothing about that. So.
And I honestly thought Arena was talking about maybe some other people, like maybe people.
Yeah, I thought she was talking about people in the streets. I didn't know she was talking about Ashley.
Yeah, because in the confessional, when production asked about it, she was like, next question. She didn't even want to answer.
Yeah, she didn't want to address it. Mm-hmm. But I did say, we did talk about now misbehaving. We did talk about the fact that Ashley did say that her and Sherelle are not that close. That they used to be really, really good friends. They did the podcast together, or they did the website or whatever together, but they're not as close as they used to be. So I do feel like there's a reason why they're not as close as they used to be. But no, I didn't get to those specifics.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
comment was made during the argument at DJ Quick street naming. Yeah, I remember Urena saying that nobody likes you, but I didn't know that it was because specifically about Ashley talking about her behind her back. Yeah, I remember Urena saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. We remember the comment and when it was said, but
yeah,
the
I remember what Urena said.
Yeah. We remember that, but we don't. I don't know if we can connect the dots and say that Ashley. I don't know if Urena was saying that. I don't know if she was saying that comment in reference to Ashley or not. It sounded like it was maybe people in the street don't really fool with Sherelle like that. But
that's how it sounded to me. It sounded like, because again, they all know each other. They all run in the same circles. It sounds to me like people been talking.
Right.
You know, that's how I read it.
Yes, so, that's how I read it too.
Yeah, Ashley and we know that we talked about that part where Ashley and Alicia talking about Sherelle's wig, but that doesn't make it nobody likes you and you don't have no friends. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Like I didn't hear that connection.
No.
Because I can talk about, listen, I have friends that wear bad wigs all the time. That don't mean that they don't have no friends. And I don't mean no harm. That was a bad wig. Now maybe call me what you want. That was a bad wig.
It was. I was just about to say that.
I don't have no problem with natural hair. I don't have no problem with natural wigs. No. But that was a bad wig.
Girl, I'm watching the show. My boyfriend walked in and was like, what is up with all this hair on her head? My boyfriend, who don't know nothing about no hair, he don't care about none of that stuff. He pointed it out. And he don't even like shows like this. He was like, what is that on her head? He said something about that wig. So,
and that's my opinion. Somebody else might come along and be like, no, her wig was cute. Okay.
Right.
I thought it was a bad
wig. Yeah, it wasn't.
I thought it wasn't.
Yeah. Love natural hair. I have natural hair, but it wasn't for me.
I reluctantly have about 70% natural hair.
Really? Why don't you just cross over and be 100%?
Because I can't. Listen, y'all can call me what y'all want. I really want to be 100% creamy crack. But my hairdresser, yes. But girl, last year my hair broke off really bad, and my hair is just growing back. Like in the last year, like I had my hair in braids for probably like 9 months.
Yeah.
To try to protect it so it could grow back, and it's just like I'm getting my length, like it's curled tight, but it's actually it actually hits my shoulders now.
Yes.
And it took a minute because my hair had broken off really, really badly. So my hairdresser is really, really nervous about putting too many chemicals in my hair. She was like, you could do one or the other. You can do your color, you can do your perm, you can't do both. And I was like, well, I'm not giving up my color. So when I say I'm about 70%, 70-30, because she just does like the edges. She'll put a little bit of perm on my edges and then my kitchen. But the rest of my hair, she just sort of hot combs it a little bit and then she curls it. Mm-hmm.
No, I think going natural, and not to sound like putting pressure on nobody, is probably one of the best things for your hair. Like when my hair was relaxed, it was thinner, it was not growing as fast. But when I went natural, it just thick.
Well, see, that's part of my problem is that my whole life I've never had that, knock on wood, Lord. I've never had that issue. My hair's always been thick and it's always been long. And when I cut my hair a couple of years ago, normally I cut my hair 6 months later, it's back. I've never had a problem with my hair. And then the last time I cut my hair, it was growing back really, really slow. And then it broke off altogether. And the person that does my hair, she's been doing my hair for years.
Yeah.
She knows my hair. So I trust her. She was like, girl, like, she's like, you just getting older. Like your hair just ain't going to do the same thing. So, but anyway, so child, we be fighting though. We be fighting because a couple of maybe 2 months ago, my hair was so thick and it was so unruly. I said, listen, I'm not doing this. We got to come to a happy
medium. They care?
Not not for me, it's not. See, that's what she was saying. I think it looked good and so I don't want it.
If you say so. But
I ain't about to say it. Listen,
Corey says the color is
argue with
you.
y'all about my hair.
Yeah, Corey says the color is you. Really, be. I do like the color. I have never
Child, I've been wearing this color.
brave.
I've been wearing this color for so long.
Yeah. Hats off to you because I'm not brave enough to dye my hair. Not like that. I throw on a wig real quick. But
well, what's funny is my hair actually lightens up in the summer naturally. So my hair always looks streaked. It always looks like it's streaked and stuff because my hair in the sunlight it lightens up naturally. That's in my family. My grandmother was a redhead. My father's mother, she was a redhead. All of her sisters were redheads. So my hair naturally lightens up. So it really just blends in.
Okay.
Because in the summer, between the swimming and all that, my hair, that's why my hair always looks like it's streaked and stuff. It's just
natural. Okay.
My hair is natural. I have a silk press, but my hair only holds curls for 2 hours max. See, y'all not helping y'all. Because when I tell you I don't do nothing to my hair, when I tell you I don't do nothing to my hair, I don't do nothing to my hair. I literally go to sleep like this and wake up.
Really? How? Girl, my hair would have been matted on one side.
That's all I got is God. I don't put no rollers in my hair. I don't hot curl my hair. I don't do nothing.
Really?
That's why when my hairdresser curls it tight, it just falls. And I get my hair done every 2 weeks. By next Monday, it'll fall. It will have fallen. And by the time it's time for me to get my hair done is when it's, I'm like, okay, it's time to go get my hair. But that's my cousins and stuff. They hate it. They like, you just. Half the time I don't even put a bonnet on my hair. I literally go to sleep like this.
Oh, girl, get out of here! You don't put no bonnet, no scarf, no nothing. Ooh, girl. Okay, you living life on the wild side, I guess, girl. I can't do that. My hair will be a mess. Okay,
mean, when I was younger and I used to wear wrap and stuff, I would wrap it up or whatever. But now I don't do it.
Really, girl?
Every once in a while, very seldom do I have to pull out my my not, they don't call them flat irons anymore, but basically my flat irons. Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, I got to pull it out, maybe bump it up a little bit. But for the most part, 99.99999% of the time, I don't do nothing to my hair. Literally, I get up, I do like this, and I be gone.
Really? I'm so... okay.
So the idea of going 100% natural where I got to do stuff, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
I mean...
Melly said that's why I broke off. No, that's not. I've been doing that for years. That's not why my hair broke off.
Listen,
my hair broke off
couldn't.
because I had too much chemicals in it too close together. That's why my hair broke off.
Girl, okay, I'm with Tracy. My hair will be every which way.
I've used silk pillowcase. Like I've used them in the past. I've used to put slips on my pillows. I've done all of that stuff, but I'm just saying where I am now, I don't do none of that.
Yes.
Listen, I'm so happy for all y'all natural people. I really am. I promise y'all I am.
It's a wonderful experience. I wish every Black woman would try it at least.
Not once. An experience I want.
Okay. I can't.
You can't. It ain't nothing you can say. I promise you.
I know. I'm like, I know ain't nothing I can say.
There's nothing you can say. And I promise.
But I do encourage every Black woman to at least go natural once in her lifetime. It's almost like a spiritual experience. It's almost a spiritual thing that happens. The way you connect with your hair, and I know, no, for real. It's like the way you connect with your hair. I'm for real. Like when you first cut it off, I cried. Like, oh my God, this is what my real hair looks like without no relaxer, no nothing. I cried. And so I gave her a little name, and every week I would wash her and condition, and it's a spiritual experience. I'm just saying.
You're not helping your cause.
I'm not. I know I'm not helping. I know I'm not. I know I'm not helping. I know I'm not helping.
But again, it's personal. And again, for the people that love their natural hair, I'm here for y'all. It's just not it's just not for me. It's not my thing.
Yeah. No, I love us. We can do all kinds of things. We can relax it. We can go natural. We can cut it all off. We can do whatever we want. So, yeah.
Yeah. And but anyway.
Yeah, we moving on.
We had this last little part, child. And I really do want to bring this up because Jamie showing his ass. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks like they about to make a whole storyline out of Jamie when he get to drinking too much. Yes. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe it. I believe that was an act. I believe that was, but I don't believe that was real.
Okay.
I mean,
So when you bring that up, when you bring it up in another, it gives me another perspective to think that maybe he was acting because he's been doing so well this far. But I remember season 1, and I almost and please, Mr. Tyler, please don't take no offense to it. I honestly was watching him very closely. Not that I know him or anything like that, but I was looking for signs of whether he, put his hands on people. Like he just gave in the first season, he gave me, he'll put his hands on you kind of thing. And I don't know. In this second season, he's cleaned up a lot. So he seems more loving and more like the whole going to therapy and trying to be more family oriented. But it felt like he was going back to season 1, Jamie, and it was just like, do he put his hands on?
So let me clarify. Let me clarify what I mean. Do I think that Jamie talks crazy to Urena? Yes. Yeah. Do I think that is yeah. Oh yeah, no. Do I think that he talks crazy to Urena? I do. Do I think that that is their relationship? I do. And I'm with you on what you said. I'm with you on the other part.
You see what I'm saying, right? Okay. Yeah.
I'm with you. But the part that I'm talking about when I say I just think that moment, I think he was playing off of that. And the reason why I say that is because it was so out of left field. It was like, and I know it could be editing. It could also be editing. But it just seemed like they were standing there and they were talking about, oh, the wig was nice. You did your thing. I'm so proud of you. And it was just like out of nowhere, he was like, and I don't care what none of y'all gonna say. Now that you done with this, I need 2 hours of your time, non-negotiable. We gotta get this content out. First of all, sir.
Okay.
Are y'all monetized on TikTok? Yes. Do y'all get views on TikTok? Sure. But let's not act like you making $5 million on TikTok and it's that deep, because it's not. That's
how he was acting.
Again, he already does talk harsh. So I felt like it was extra. Now again, do I think he talked to her crazy? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I ain't taking that aside. But I just, you said he was drunk. Man, I guess. I
don't know. I think I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying, and it does seem like that. Like he was putting extra on it. Like he was putting 20 on 10 to play off of it. But that's just not the move. That's just not a good idea because he already doesn't have the best light anyway.
Oh, you know what? Ooh. Melly. You know what, Melly? You know what, Melly? That's a valid. That's what I said. Now that's valid.
That's
okay. Valid.
Okay.
Oh, you know what, Melly? Okay. You know what? I take that. I'm with you, girl.
Yeah.
In that moment, feeling some kind of way about the fact that she was having a moment. She
was getting shot. Yes.
And he had to take away her moment. You know what? Then I'm with you. See, y'all gotta make it make sense. I'm with you.
Yes. So since we were right, that means you got to go natural, right? Since we was right about this, you gonna go natural. You gonna go natural. Since we was right about this, you going natural.
You going have anything to do with the other?
I'm just saying.
What?
We was right about this. We was right about the natural hair too. I'm just thinking about it.
I don't even know what
think
you're
about
talking
it.
about.
Think about
I
it.
don't know what
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
But that is a very valid point,
Melly.
Melly. That's valid.
Absolutely.
You know what? Now that you say that, it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense now.
Yes. And that's why the extra anger, like the boy, where are you coming from? Like it almost, he had contempt in his voice when he was talking
Ashley
to her.
was getting ready to cuss his ass out. Did you see that?
He
Ashley
really was. And I was here for it. I was like, get into him, Ashley. Get into it.
But that's what I mean by Ashley is equal opportunity. If she sees something that she don't care what direction it's coming from.
No.
And I can't be mad at somebody like that. She is equal opportunity.
There's
only enough room for one king on this deck, and I'm that king. You know what? Y'all definitely brought me a different perspective. See?
Yes.
That's why I like talking to y'all.
Yes. And used to her being in the house.
He had to make it about him.
You're absolutely right. He always gave me that. He always gave me, do he put hands on people? And, I'm trying to say it in a clean way, but that is absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And you saw Arena. She was kind of like, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. Yes, Jamie does. Yes. He gives Marceau vibes from Love and Marriage Huntsville. He does. Marceau don't like Tisha to shine either. I don't know if Marceau put I don't know if he is physical or anything like that. And allegedly I don't know anything like that go on in their household, but yeah, it's giving the same vibe.
Xavier, I ain't doing this with you anyway. I ain't fooling with Xavier.
Yeah, Xavier. Listen,
Xavier. That's my baby right there. But Xavier don't play, okay? But I will say this, Xavier. He will. Mm-hmm. Something you said at the beginning of this live, and then we get ready to we ready to shut it down. But you said that Carlos, you said because you be like Carlos is a hypocrite because of what he said about Robin when his people be lying straight to his face. I feel like what Carlos was saying wasn't that people don't lie, because people lie. Like, that's what it is. I think his issue wasn't that Robin lied about the affair. I think his issue was that Robin held on to it, didn't film on it, waited till the season was over, and then spoke on it. And not only did she speak on it, she admitted that what Karen had said was true, and then said, and if you want the details, you got to pay me $2.99 to get all the details. I think that's what he was angry about. I don't think he was angry because they lied, because you're right, people lie all the time. People on reality shows lie because reality, they don't always want their reality. They lie, they manipulate, we know they do all of that. I don't think that's what his issue was. I think his issue and his anger was coming from a place of a producer to say, not only did you lie to me all season, but you waited till the season was over to say, whoo, I thought y'all was going to catch me.
Right.
Since you didn't catch me, let me spill my own tea. Right. And not only am I going to spill my own tea, you're going to pay me for it. When you are literally getting paid to do just that.
Spill your tea, right.
I'm paying you, right. It's like I'm paying you to do this job. And not only did you not do the job I paid you to do, you waited, and then you made other people pay you again.
Right. Exactly. I'm tired of them.
Damn, what was he talking about, Tracy? Girl, dang, girl.
Wait, is that Whitehead? Y'all talking about Bishop's County?
Yeah. Oh. Tracy. Girl, you were supposed to go see what he was talking about, because he might not be talking. He probably wasn't talking about nothing. He probably was just telling people to come to that stolen church tomorrow morning for Sunday service. That's probably what he was talking about. Because he's gotten very careful.
I stopped.
Dang, Tracy, you supposed to be here. Girl, it is so many layers to it. It's so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a video to find out. I definitely want to get the scoop, but I had
So
to fall
listen,
off on
there are
it.
94. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill, baby. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
There
go
are
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
94 people in chat. If you are not already subscribed to the Bell Perspective, could you please subscribe to the Bell Perspective? Bell, tell them what you got going on your channel so they'll run on it.
Yes. So you already know we are reviewing Love and Marriage DC. Also, when it does come on, Love and Marriage Huntsville, that toxic show. Pretty much all that shows
It's about to be back next month. I think it's coming
yes,
back in April.
it is. Lord, I gotta
Wow.
schedule some therapy appointments before because
Okay.
that show had me, Lord, my trust issues. I just be jacked. But what else? Bel Air. I do book reviews as well. I'm a huge reader. I got a couple books that I'm gonna be posting pretty soon. So yeah, movies, books, and TV. That's what you're gonna find on my channel.
Very good. Wait a minute, misbehaving. What now? You said, was Carlos' anger misplaced because he learned at the reunion that the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville had a meeting unknown to production where they promised not to disclose information about each other? Child, I don't know nothing about that either. Misbehaving, you bringing me information I don't know nothing about, child. I ain't know nothing about that either.
Oh, I think she's talking about during that SWV Tracy, and I think she's talking about on and misbehaving. Tell me if I'm wrong, but on the reunion, I think it was the second or the third where they were saying that they had a meeting about all the things that they were what was off limits. And again, misbehaving. Tell me if I'm wrong, right or wrong. I think they had a meeting, and Carlos even mentioned during the reunion, he was like, y'all had this meeting that I had nothing to do with, about what's off the table, what they can and cannot talk about on the show. I think that's what she's talking about. I'm not sure. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
So are you talking about Frozen 1? That they said things they weren't going to bring to the show at the beginning of the show?
I think, was it at the beginning of the show? No, I think this was like later on into the season. I don't know when the meeting was held, but they mentioned this meeting on the last reunion. Oh, prior to season 1 then. Okay.
Oh, season 1. I don't think he's mad about that because he didn't know about it when it happened, but he's after the fact. And he ain't mad because all the stuff that they didn't want to discuss, he got on the show anyway, so he wouldn't be mad about that. Again, I don't think his anger is that people were trying to hide stuff because he's been doing this long enough and he knows that. He knows that people are going to try to hide stuff. I think his anger was once the show stopped filming, then you came out and said, oh yeah, everything, oh yeah, it was all true, and here's what it is, and I'll give you all the details you pay me, when literally I'm paying you to give me all the details. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Robin need to go. I don't even watch Real Housewives of Potomac, but she need to go. Her and Giselle.
Yeah, Carlos didn't know about that conversation when it happened, but he knew about it. He knew about it before the reunion. He knew about it before the reunion because all of us, everybody knew that became public knowledge. So he didn't know prior to filming season 1, but he found out about it. So by the time they did the reunion for this last season, he was mad about it because everything that they didn't want to talk about the affair. There were the things that they didn't want to talk about. Got on show anyway, so he ain't mad.
I'm telling you. Yep. Yes.
I agree with that. Now I do agree with that misbehaving. That Carlos is way too invested in what's going on Bravo. Like, mind your own business, and I mean own, like OWN own.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. You have 3 shows on OWN. Well, actually, you got 4 shows on OWN. Mind your take care. Pay the business that pays you. How about that?
Okay, I was just about to say, mind the business that pays you. Good Lord, Carlos, please.
So,
yes, so true. So,
but
true.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Belle, hold on now. Don't you be clicking off. It's not in. Don't click off. I'm gonna tell you something backstage. Don't click off. What's your subscriber number looking like? Are you at 200 yet?
Not yet. Hopefully, at some point, I want to be at 200. I want to be at 500 at the end of this month, y'all. Help me out. Help me out.
Okay.
I'm at 140. I'm at 140.
Okay. So listen, said you are going to review SWV and okay. Well, I tell you what, I know I'm gonna talk about it live tomorrow. Well, I can't say tomorrow. I know I'm going to talk about it. Either tomorrow or Monday. So I'll let you know when, if you want to come on over, because child, I'm sure we're gonna have some things to talk about, honey.
Girl,
behavior, yeah. Her link is right there in the chat. It's right up there on the screen. If you go to the Bell Perspective TV on YouTube, you'll find it. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my homie.
Yes. I really appreciate it. And I always have a good time over here. It's fun. Y'all fun.
Thank you. I try.
Yes.
I try.
All right, y'all. It's coming. Oh, I'll talk to you. All right, y'all.
Oh, were you gonna say something for everybody, or was it?
Oh, okay. Oh no, I was gonna say that Escape is coming to DC. That was all I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, so I think you put that in my notes, but they better make it here. They better not break child. Look, some version of the group will be here. I have all of them to be here, but some version of Escape will be here, child.
They better.
All right, y'all. We can already shut this down. I will see y'all tomorrow. Mwah. Peace.
Bye. Good night, y'all.
You said you joined, but it's still showing 140. It'll update.
Yeah.